Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today I'll be talking about Kunti Maharani, who is one of the great Vaishnavis. So we all know that in Mahabharat, the war was between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. And the Pandavas were the son of Pandu, and Pandu was married to Kunti and Madri. So Kunti was originally named Pritha and was the daughter of King Surasena. Surasena was a chief of the glorious Yadu dynasty, and he was also the father of Vasudeva Maharaj. So Kunti was a sister to Vasudeva Maharaj, and she was also the aunt to Lord Krishna. So now let's see about her childhood. When she was a child, her father, Surasena, gave Pritha to her to his childless cousin and his close friend Kunti Bhoj. One day, a powerful sage came to Kunti Bhoja's palace and was pleased with Kunti's selfless service. So Durvasa Muni decided to give a benediction to Kunti Maharani because of her humble service, that she could invoke any demigod and by him obtain a progeny. So now in Hastinapur, Pandu was the king and he was married to Kunti and Madri. And Pandu had a curse that he could not be able to have a child. So he asked Kunti to use the boon, and that's how the Pandavas were born, who were Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadev. So because of the curse, Pandu died, and Kunti and Madri also gave up her life along with Pandu. So now Kunti was all alone with the Pandavas, and they decided to return back to Hastinapur, where the Pandavas were raised under the guidance of Dhritarashtra and Vidura. Years passed by, and the Pandavas and the Kauravas didn't seem to go well. So once Duryodhan asked the Pandavas to play in a gambling match where Duryodhan cheated the Pandavas and made the Pandavas to live in exile in the forest for 13 years. And then later happened the Mahabharat war, where we know that Pandavas, with the help and the guidance of Lord Krishna, defeated the Kauravas. And then after the Mahabharat war, Yudhishthira was crowned the king of Hastinapur, and all throughout the war, Krishna was with the Pandavas. And soon after Yudhishthira was crowned the king, uh, Krishna left. Krishna tried to leave for Dwaraka. So now Kunti Maharani approaches Krishna as he prepares himself to leave to his home city of Dwaraka. Her spontaneous glorification and her description of her spiritual path is what is written in Teachings of Queen Kunti. She asks Lord Krishna not to leave Hastinapur and stay with the Pandavas. So now let's see a few of Kunti's prayers. Vipadashantuta Shashwat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yatsyat Apunar Bhavadarshanam. And the translation is, I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again, so that we could see you again. For seeing you means that we no longer see repeated births and deaths. So here Kunti Maharani is asking Lord Krishna for all the calamities again. We have just seen how much she has gone through. In her childhood, she was adopted and separated from her original parents. Even after marriage, she wasn't able to live happily with Pandu, and her sons fought the great Mahabharat war after living in exile in the forest for 13 years. And even though she has suffered all through her life, she asked Lord Krishna for the calamities again so that she could see Lord Krishna, and she knows that Krishna would protect her. Now, would we ask for COVID again? Because we don't want to go through another epidemic from the start all over again. But Kunti Maharani asked for all the calamities again because she knows that Krishna would protect her during any suffering or any danger. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Name Bhaktya Pranashyati, which means my devotee never perishes. But we should not think because I'm a Krishna's devotee, I wouldn't get any suffering or any danger. Prahlad Maharaj suffered greatly, and so did Pandavas and Haridas Thakur. But we shouldn't be affected by those suffering. We must have firm conviction. We must have firm faith in Krishna, knowing that Krishna is present everywhere. And whatever happens to me, whatever danger or suffering happens to me, Krishna will protect me. That's why here Kunti Maharani asks Lord Krishna so that she knows even whatever suffering she's going through, Krishna will be there to protect her. Let's say another Kunti Maharani's prayer. Ata Vishwesha Vishwatman Vishwamute Swakeshami Snehapasam Mimam Chindi Dridam Pandishu Vrishnishu. The translation is, O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please, therefore, sever my tie of affection for my kinsmen, the Pandavas and the Vrishnis. Here, Kunti Maharani is asking Lord Krishna to cut off her attachments from her own family members so that she could be fully devoted in serving Krishna. Kunti is conscious is of the Paramahamsa platform because she does not want to be attached with her own family members. She asks for more calamities again and again. Imagine the consciousness of a woman who is praying to Lord Krishna that please cut off my attachments from my own children. What a high level of devotional service Kunti Maharani is displaying here. So, Kunti's devotion and her faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead amidst all her suffering should be an example to mankind. Because we all go through ups and downs in our life, we all have suffering. Sometimes our life just goes like that. But we need to know that if we keep Krishna in the center, we need to know that Krishna will protect us no matter what danger or suffering we are going through. And we shouldn't be affected of such sufferings. And even in our normal day to day life, we should do all the things, keeping Krishna as the center and doing it for the pleasure of God. So, even if we imbibe a small drop of Kunti's consciousness and develop a love for Krishna, we can attain the ultimate purpose of life. Hari Bol. Kunti Maharani ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev Maharaj ki jai. Please forgive me if I had committed any if I had said anything wrong. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much, Bhaktini Radha Rasika. It was a wonderful class on Kunti Maharani. Now, this is the preamble for my class actually. She gave a very nice class. And also, she is the daughter of His Grace Balaji Purushottam Prabhuji and Her Grace Uttama Padmavati Mataji and sister of Veera Narasimha, Vignesh, Bhakta Vignesh. So their family, they are doing wonderful service in the temple, you know, they are engaging themselves in many services that we can see through her speaking power, you know, the children speaking power. And also her dedication and her service to the temple is amazing. So we, on behalf of ISKCON Balram Desh, we thank her and her family for their dedicated service. We'll chant one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I request Her Grace Sushmita Saki Mataji, please come and offer this best star for her.
Hare Krishna, Radha Rasika, it was wonderful class. May Guru and Gauranga bless you always. It's an excellent class. Here is a star for you. Hare Krishna, Radha Rasika. Prabhupada said, in the nectar of devotion, some things you first have to hear, chant. That's how you realize it. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So we chant one more time Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this light is too much actually. I want Kartal to be Kartal. Prabhu, now you can open the window. The window blind. No projection. It's a description about Yamaloka. If I project, some may get. Hare Krishna. Somebody's mobile. Radharasika, you can become a very good preacher. Very nice presentation. Thank you very much. Prabhu Kartala, yes. Yeah? Anything? Venkateshwara, can you make this one reverse like this? Because I need to keep the book this. Hare Krishna. Is okay? Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. On behalf of ISKCON Balram Desh, we would like to invite you all for this session of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are in the session of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 30, text number 21. We have to read today. Please repeat after me. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Yeshodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Yeshodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yeshodanandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा बोलो श्री राधा बेरनीश्वर भगवान की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। श्री श्री गौर नित्याय भगवान की जय। श्री 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 प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रमयी की जय। पंचतत्वा की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees. All glories Shri Guru and Gauranga, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shloka number 21. Hmm. Shloka 330, 21. You're projecting? Ah, okay. So all of you with folded hands, thinking about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye Nasta Prayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna. So please repeat after me the shloka. Tayo nirbhinna hrudayaha tarjanai jata vepatuhu pati swabhihi bhakshamanaha artha agham swam anushmaran tayornibhinna hrudayas तार्जनैर्जातवेपतुः पाति स्वाभिर्भक्ष्यमानः आर्थोघं स्वम् अनुस्मरन्. Hare Krishna, devotees can read. It's not displayed yet. I request 2 Prabhujis and 2 Matajis to recite, because around 8:55, 9, I have to stop the class. After that, we have send off for our glorification of Her Grace Uttama Padmavati Mataji and Radha Rasika. So I request 2 Prabhujis and 2 Matajis. Hridaya Patuhu Bhakshamana Binna Hridaya Nirjatave Patuhu Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation, please repeat the translation after me. While carried by the constables of Yamaraja, he is overwhelmed and trembles in their hands. While passing on the road, he is bitten by dogs, and he can remember the sinful activities of his life. He is thus terribly distressed. Purport. Please listen to the purport carefully. It appears from this verse that while passing from this planet to the planet of Yamaraja, the culprit arrested by Yamaraja's constables meets many dogs which bark and bite just to remind him of his criminal activities of sense gratification. It is said in Bhagavad Gita that one becomes almost blind and is bereft of all sense when he is infuriated by the desire for sense gratification. He forgets everything. Kamaistair Hrita Gnanaha. One is bereft of all intelligence when he is too attached to sense gratification. And he forgets that he has to suffer the consequences also. Here, the chance for recounting his activities of sense gratification is given by the dogs engaged by Yamaraja. While we live in the gross body, such activities of sense gratification are encouraged even by modern government regulations. In every state all over the world, such activities are encouraged by the government in the form of birth control. Women are supplied pills and they are allowed to go to a clinical laboratory to get assistance for abortions. This is going on as a result of sense gratification. Actually, sex life is meant for begetting a good child. But because people have no control over the senses and there is no institution to train them to control the senses, the poor fellows fall victim to the criminal offenses of sense gratification, and they are punished after death as described in these pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chaksharonmalitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Mokam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं निधितारणं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. हरे कृष्ण. So we are in the chapter 30 of the Cantu, third Cantu. So here the description of Lord Kapila of adverse fruitive activities. So who does the fruitive activities? Who does the fruitive activities? Karmis. Fruitive activities is done by karmis or materialistic people. Okay, people in general, materialistic people. So this, whatever explanation is not for you all because you are all doing devotional service. Just listen and hear about this. How difficult for a materialist person after death, but not for devotees. So in this chapter, 30th chapter, there are many subjects described. One is the powerful strength of the time. Time is very powerful, so that is explained. Conditioned souls delight in hellish enjoyment. Actually, we think hell is very difficult, but some like hell. You know, in this material world also, some people they like the jail. So you need not have to work much hard. Okay, there will be some punishment, but both दो वक्त का खाना देता है. They will give 2 times food. Sometimes they provide more also. Cloth is given, everything. So they are happily spending. I heard some jails they play cards also and spend their time inside. They are happy there. They don't want to take better life. Yeah? So condition shows delight in hellish enjoyment. That is explained. The attached householder remains in family. So grihasthas, they want to stay in the family and they want to enjoy the family life. The foolish family man prepares for death, actually. So there, how they prepare for the death and all is already explained. So mostly it is struggling actually for them. The death is struggle part. The materialist dies most pathetically, actually. So those who are materialistic, those who have attachment to many things in this world, they die a very pathetic situation actually for them, the death. The criminals is brought before Yamaraja. This is also described, which is part of that we are discussing today. And hellish punishments is explained in further shlokas. On this planet also, how the hellish punishments are there. Anyhow, so what we are discussing is post-death experience of a materialist. So once he is died, then how he goes and what it happens. So in this today's shloka, in the previous shloka, we learned as a criminal is arrested for punishment by the constables of the state, a person engaged in criminal sense gratification is similarly arrested by the Yamadutas. So when Yamadutas come, it's arrest actually. It's not by wish we are dying actually. A person engaged in criminal sense gratification is similarly arrested by the Yamadutas, who bind him by the neck with strong rope and cover his subtle body so that he may undergo severe punishment. So to give the punishment first is tying, they will tie so that he will not escape. Otherwise, sometimes, these children do some mischievous things. You run behind them, they will escape somehow from this side or that side, So here it is tied and they are taking. So actually, once a materialist in this material world, a Jivatma is taken birth here. So it will always be in a suffering condition, actually. So as the time passes, the life of the person also is going and going towards death, actually. And always he thinks, oh, I should have lived some more years. अरे इतना जल्दी क्यों 50 हो गया मेरा और थोड़ा always why this happens, why we feel I should live more here in this material world, I should be here, I should have a young youth. Yeah, it's one attachment, but more than that, we are eternal actually. Our the soul is eternal. So soul, wherever it gets connected, it wants them also to be eternal actually. So, but the nature is not like that. So soul is eternal Sachidananda, but whatever connected with soul in this material world is not eternal. It's all temporary, as we say. And always he is be lamenting, एक परमानेंट जगह होना चाहिए, ऐसा टेम्पररी नहीं रहना चाहिए, एक परमानेंट जॉब होना चाहिए, एक परमानेंट 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 विल बी थिंकिंग इन दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड. And whatever the life we get, we have satisfaction. The best example is Indra. Indra, when he became the hog, he was so happy here living, you know. Like that, whatever the position we are in, we are happy also. Same time, we will try to have satisfaction. Only few are very less inclined towards giving up this body. Otherwise, most of us, we like our body and we want to serve our body. Hmm? And we have a deep rooted attraction for the family, the wife, parents, children, uncle, you name it, everyone we like, everyone we want, everyone to be part of us. And to maintain them, we will do a lot of sinful activities. थोड़ा झूठ बोल लेगा चलेगा ना, घर को मेंटेन करना है, पैसा कमाना है, थोड़ा we'll cheat little, you know. If I earn 500 BD, I can buy gold for my wife for the wedding anniversary, you know. So थोड़ा झूठ बोल लेंगे, थोड़ा ये कर लेंगे, so that I can earn more money. This one example, but many activities here in this material world is done in such a way that we want to cheat others. We want to do certain. Again, I'm telling these are all materialistic people, not the devotees. I'm not talking about the devotees here. Sinful acts we try to do, and impetus for family life. So we want to have a big bungalow for the family. We want to have a very good car. We want to have everything the best. So to gain the best, you have to work hard. While working hard, we don't want to work hard. So we try shortcut methods where we can earn more and make our life comfortable. So in this process, we come across a lot of miseries, troubles, and all. And in this miseries, if some misery doesn't come on that day, or that days go smooth, we feel very happy. I am the most comfortable, you know. So, for example, you go to office and your day goes without boss calling you, asking you anything, or shouting at you, or nothing happens. You feel this all because of the devotional, not devotional, because of the good things I have done in life, you know. And also, it's very good today. Nothing happened. This is the happiest day I had. And you come home, your wife gives you coffee, or sorry, not coffee, milk. As soon as she comes, she gives you milk, things, and all. She welcomes you. You know how you feel. Oh, today is the best day in my life. Huh? Herbal coffee. Hare Krishna. So some satisfaction, happiness we try to gain. These are all I am telling from the first shloka to the today's shloka, whatever explained in Bhagavatam. Money by violence we try to earn, then hellish planets are guaranteed. And then there are some reverses in life, you know, in material life, there will be reverses. No job. Then we think some karma has happened. Then we think it's because of him, because of them. You know, so many reverses happens. And then unsuccessful in maintaining family. So sometimes we will not be successful in maintaining the family. There will be a lot of demands from the family members, but we will not be able to achieve that one. Then that time we will be actually lamenting on our own, on myself. For example, I say, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have earned more. What is wrong if I had if I had told some lies? What is wrong if I had done like this? You know, just to satisfy the family. Then Shankaracharya in Bhajagovindam, he says, if you are not earning member, your family will not respect. Nobody respects you. So I met one Sri Vaishnava in Mysore long back. He was 95-year-old. So I bowed down and I told, please bless me. He said, for a human man, especially a man, two things very important in his life. One is good job and earning. The second one is married life. He should be married. Then he will have a lot of respect in the society. These two things are very important. He said like this. So why I am saying this one is, if you are not earning, if you are not in the job, if you are not earning, no respect from the family members. Nobody will respect you. Then somehow we all had our life and all the age is passing and we came to end now. Now he starts calculating, thinking, so many thoughts will come. अभी इतना पैसा कमाया मैंने, ये किसको देना है? You know, he will start thinking, ये कौन enjoy करेगा? Who is going to enjoy my property? Who is eligible for this one? What I have to do? So the materialist people, they think a lot about their earnings, their savings, what to do, how to do, and all like that. Then he prepares for the death. So now, in between, what happens? The diseases will come, some or other diseases. So the diseases condition. Then in that disease condition, he cannot think of anything else other than his disease and medicines. Forget about devotees. You go to somebody's house, you ask them, how are you? They will explain, ayo, kya batayega hamara? BP है, शुगर है, ये देखो टैबलेट्स, ये सब सुबह दोपहर में शाम को खाता है. बच्चे लोग आके देखता भी नहीं है, कोई पूछता भी नहीं है. ये पाँव में बहुत दर्द है, खड़ा नहीं हो सकता है. They will be telling thousands of problems as the age comes closer to the death. So disease condition, the disease condition go to the level Kafavata Pittai Kantava Rodhana Vidho. Kulashekara Alvar says in Mukunda Mala Stotra. The stage will come Kapha, Vata, Pitta, everything gets choked. You might have seen, I don't know how many of you have seen the natural death of a person, natural death. So at the end of the death, there will be a sound. Bhagavatam is telling, gurr, gurr, like that, like that. And there will be kapha coming out of the mouth and they are throwing the mouth open, gargar sound will come. That is the last moment of the jivatma, actually, the body. Final stages, you cannot speak. You want to tell so many things to your wife, children, everyone, where the money is kept, where the things are there. So better you tell now as a devotee. Materialist, you will hide things and you will forget to tell also. So he will be, could not speak also. He cannot speak. He finally dies in grief, not in happiness, or he will die with grief. Oh, ये सब छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ. I am leaving all this, like that. Dies. Now the action people will come that time, you know. As soon as a person dies, the Jivatma is ready to leave this body just before the death. Two personalities will come. Who are they? Yamadutas. They will come. How they look? Blackish in color, with some in between yellowish painting will be there. The hairs are standing with gel, you know, special gel. Those hair will be shining, and it is in yellowish black, actually mix. Sometimes we see in Manama, if you go, you will see, you will notice some places, you know, or in India maybe more. So those two dutas come. As soon as the materialist person sees them, he will be very fearful. Till now, he know he is among the people living here. Now at the time of death, he doesn't know where he will be going, because he has not read Garuda Purana, he has not read these descriptions of Yamadutas. So devotees, no problem. They identify who is Yamaduta, who is Vishnu Duta, with whom he has to go. Devotees are intelligent, you know. But materialist people now, they are very fearful. ये कहाँ लेके जाएगा, क्या होने वाला है, you know. Suddenly if police come and arrest and take you, you don't know where they are taking you. So they will come. They are very terrible, Bhayankar, terrible looking actually, Yamadutas. This is the 19th shloka actually. Then starts the 20th shlokas to 23rd shloka, where the explanation of how that Jivatma travels now. So always we heard the name Preta. You have all heard the name Preta? Preta, what is the meaning of Preta? It's not ghost. Preta is not ghost actually. Okay, one of the meaning they say ghost. No. When a soul leaves the body, till he gets the next body is called Preta. That name given for that soul between the death to the next body is called Preta. So if we read Garuda Purana, there are 3 sections actually in Garuda Purana. The first section is called Achara Khanda, where what are the things to be done is explained as a human and as a at the time of death, what are the things to be done. Then the part 2 is Dharma and Preta Kanda. So there is a separate section in Garuda Purana called Preta Kanda, where in detail about the Pretas act, what are the activities, what are the karmas to be done when you are in the Preta form by the your family members. That is explained in detail. And the last one is called Brahma Khanda. Now, Brahmakanda is explained how a person gets mukti actually. And it is explained there also about the Supreme Lord and Supreme Lord activities. It's only few chapters there, 10 or 12 chapters. But most of the chapter, because, you know, among all the Nitya Suris means those who are Muktatmas, who are serving the Lord all the time. All the time there. Like for example, Panchajanya is always in the hand of Lord, you know. Panchajanya, Narayana's hand, it is always there. He is always serving, actually. And if you see Garuda is always serving the Narayana. If you see Adishesha, he is Balarama, he is always serving the Lord. As Anantashesha, he is serving the Lord. They are all called Nitya Suris, actually. Garuda is also Nitya Suri. Now, only Garuda is the one among the Nitya Suris. He is not taking any incarnation on this earthly planet, whereas others are taking incarnation. Like, for example, Ananta Shesha, Adi Shesha, if you see, he is Balarama, he is Lakshmana, he is all avatars. Whenever Lord takes avatara, whenever he comes as a brother. So, Ananta Shesha is always there. But Garuda, there is no avatar of Garuda, because Garuda himself carries the Lord to this earthly planet. You got the point? He is always with the Lord. He is coming and carrying him and bringing him. So there is no separate avatara for Garuda. He is the carrier. So then Garuda gets a lot of doubts about this Atma, Preta, and all. Then he asks many questions, which is compiled as Garuda Purana. Here, the Lord Krishna is directly answering actually. This is a samvada between Krishna and Garuda. So this was explained by Suta Goswami in the assembly of Naimisharanya, where so many thousands of Rishis Munis were there. All the Puranas were repeated there. All the Puranas were told there. At that time, Suta Goswami explains about the Garuda Purana also. So Yamadutas, they take the Jiva. Now what happens when a person dies? So there are vidhis explained how he has to be kept in the home, which direction his head should be. And we are not supposed to keep the dead body on the bed. Mostly it will be on the bed nowadays because the practice has gone. So mostly they are putting it on the bed sheet, bed. थोड़ा सॉफ्ट रहने दो ना डेड बॉडी को, तो नहीं तो उसको फीलिंग होता है ना. हमारा फीलिंग अभी गया नहीं, we have not. So, but Shastra says if the dead body, what we call shava, you have heard this word shava? Shava. Parthiva Shara, they say, but Shava. Shava is not the name of the body actually. Shava is the pindadan we have to do as soon as a person dies. As soon as a person dies, you are supposed to prepare a pindadan and put it on the ground, on the along with the sesame seed and kushak grass. This has to be kept and offered immediately. Why? Bhumata will be satisfied that time, and Bhumata blesses the soul actually. So the soul is made, the body is made up of Panchabhuta. So this Panchabhuta has to become Shuddhi, clean. So to do that, supposed to be the body has to be put on the ground, bare ground. And on top of that, we are supposed to spread the kusha grass like a mat. So some villages still that practice is there. They will not put them on bed sheet or bed, or they will put the body on the ground with gomutra and cow dung. They will clean that area and they will put with kusha grass there. And there should be a spread of, these are all from Garuda Purana, whatever I am saying. They have to spread the sesame black seeds there and put the body. Why black seeds, black sesame seeds and kusha grass? Because black sesame seeds is the droplets of the sweat of the Lord. When Lord Varaha appeared, so when Lord came out of the Sagara after killing the Hiranyaksha, he actually, what they call, shook. He shook the body like this. Then the small water particles sprinkler all over and became the teal, Joseph and black seeds. And then the hair of the Varaha Lord became the Kusha grass actually. They are born as Kusha grass. So that's why Krishna is telling here also in Garuda Purana, it says, if we use these two at the time of Pindadhana and to the body gets purified, especially by the sparsha of the Bhumi, earth. Okay. So now, what to do with the body? The soul has come out now. Now the soul is still attached to the body, like we are attached to our house, you know. हम घर छोड़ देगा मगर फिर भी वो घर के बारे में सोच रहे हैं, ये घर ठीक है मगर वो घर में ना, that was very nice, still we are attached. While we go in front of that, ये मेरा, हम रह रहे था इधर, ये हमारा घर था. You know, we should, like that we have too much of attachment for this body because the soul is spending so much of time with this body. So when it leaves, it tries to come back to the same body. It will try to enter, somehow want to enter again. But this one way. There is no, in mechanical engineers, they understand. There is a non-return valve, you know. You go one side, you cannot come back again. So similarly, when soul goes out, it cannot enter. Another speciality, you know, this body having 9 holes and the soul is residing in a house where 9 doors are open. So it can walk out anytime, no? If the soul want to walk out, it can walk out anytime. But it will not. It will stay there. It will continue its journey in the same body because the soul is covered with the Sukshma Sharira. So the Sukshma Sharira is pulling the soul, not allowing the soul to go out of the body actually. Anyhow, we'll not go too much detail. Time is coming closer. So then what they suggest, better we burn the body. Why burning? बहुत पेन होता है ना, बर्न किया तो बॉडी को. Why burning? Because among all the devatas, Agni is considered. Vishnu's another form is Agni. He is in the form of Agni, accepts all yagnas. So any yagna is there, there are Agni, so you put Swaha, Swaha. So there is a yagna, sacrifice performed. When a human body is there, when we are born as human, we are supposed to do lot of sacrifices in our life. Annadana, Vastradana, what all you say, so many dana. And apart from that, yagnas you are supposed to perform. 3 yagnas per day, 3 kalam, morning, afternoon, evening. How many of us are doing yagnas daily? We are not doing. So devotees will come. Huh? I'm talking materialist. We are talking a materialist. Huh? Devotees, I'll take 2-3 minutes at the end for devotees. So nobody is doing. That's the reason the Shastra says, okay, at least at the end of his life, let us give his body as a sacrifice to Agni to please Vishnu. So that's why it's burnt. Now question comes, why some are buried? If it's our Sanatana Dharma, especially the, what they call, yeah, okay. Our Sanatana Dharma recommends burning actually, so that Agni is satisfied and at the same time all devatas will be satisfied. Okay, now, except, yeah, sannyas are pure, so there is no agam. Papa is not there in them. So they purify even with the same body. Whereas we are talking about materialists who are not pure in their body also, they are not pure. So anyhow, now the soul, बच्चा खेलते वक्त बहुत खेलता रहता है मोबाइल रख के, तो आप लोग बोलेगा ए मत खेलो मोबाइल में, डोंट डू एग्जाम स्टडी, डोंट डू. अब 10 बार बोलेगा, नहीं सुनेगा ना, आप मोबाइल खींच के लेके जाके लाकर के अंदर लाक करके बोलेगा अभी पढ़ो. Then child is without the toy what it was playing all the time. Now the toy is gone. Similarly, when the soul is there, the body is burnt. Now soul has no, the body it cannot see. It has so much attachment for that body. Now it is burnt. Now, but still there is something. What is that? The bones and the ashes. So still the soul is attached to his, it thinks now also I can join something, something will happen. Let me go back to my body again. So that's why the next day after the death, the next day what they will do? They will go and we call in Kannada Halutupa, and some of the devotees, some of the people they go and do offer the ghee, water, then milk, yogurt, and all is spread on the ashes actually. They pour it. So when it is done, the ashes and all will get purified. The soul now still thinking about that one. Then they will do asti visarjan, asti sanchayanam. So what they will do, they will take the asti, go to the nearest river. Why river? Because the rivers are considered pure. Actually, the water is considered very pure. So there are 7 rivers that Gangai Chayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmi. These 7 are considered the best to disperse the asti. Now question comes, Prabhu, हमारा गांव के पास ये साप नदी नहीं है, it's not there. So ocean is the best because this 7 rivers goes to the ocean. So ocean is considered as the best. Even nothing is available nearby, any river will do also. Why? Because end of the day from the ocean, the water cycle, if you see, the river gets the water from the ocean only. So any river bed or river place is okay. Normally stranded water, they don't disperse. Flowing water, they disperse. So what happens now? Whatever left is also gone. Now the soul makes up its mind. Okay, let me go back wherever they take. Now Yamadutas already, they are pulling those souls. They will pull that soul and they will take. So the route is in this earthly planet, anywhere you enter inside and you can go. There is a direct route from here. There is direct flight, no stopover, directly to Yamaloka. So Yamaloka, while going, today's shloka explains, while carried by the constables of Yamaraja, so they are pulling the soul actually. Now, what happens till the Yamaloka is reached, you will be given the body to suffer actually. So they are pulling, he is overwhelmed and trembles in their hands. They are so scary. They will be trembling actually. We don't know what they will do and how they. And in between they will be beating also. You cannot relax. The moment you sit, they will beat. Hey, chalo. So you have to run actually, rush, pull them. If you see the dead body, sometimes they will put one rope. If you closely watch while the sanskara is done, they put the rope from the heart here to the leg. They will tie and leave the piece this much. So normally, Yamadutas, they pull the soul from here along with the body, the given body, and they will pull it upside down. Your back will be on the ground. They will be pulling like this. So while they are pulling, they will cross 16 cities before they reach Yamaloka. Before reaching the Yamaloka, how many cities? 16 cities we have to cross. And the road to the Yamaloka, there are different roads to the Yamaloka. One is only with mullu, another thorns, only thorns. One is with hot stones, actually burning stones. And while you are going, na, there will be some. I'm imagining whatever I read. So some openings will be there. Suddenly there will be a fire coming, like that. It will be. That's what I explained. There will be fire, firewood, and all. It will be burning and all. So when you go in such a condition, when you are going, you feel thirsty actually. So you ask Yamadutta, Yamadutta, thoda pani de do na, thoda kada karo kahi. So there will be some pond there. They will stop you few seconds just to drink the water. That's the reason it's called Unamasa. When we do every month, when we do the rituals for the families, every 3 months there will be Unamasa. At that time, what they do, they offer coconut water, they offer water, and all these to the Brahmanas actually, so that they get satisfied. And what they get while the soul is traveling, what he gets there, what you have given as charity here, that's what he gets there. That's how it is. It goes to that person exactly. Like when the calf is, you leave the calf, when the crowd of cows are there, this calf goes to the mother exactly. Similarly, whatever offered here, whatever given, it goes to the preta at that time. That's the reason from the day one, they will keep the water, they will keep some fruits. Uh, so, when Karna was traveling, Karna was getting lot of gold, not food and water. So, no use. Because all along he did Dana Shura Veera. His Karna gave only gold. Whoever comes is giving gold as a Danam. So when he traveled, only they are giving gold. What is the use of gold? Whereas when the preta is traveling, it becomes so thirsty, so much of hunger will be there. So, but no use. That's why it is said, if somebody comes to your home, first ask them, please have some water. Give them water. Don't, because our Sanatana Dharma is built on all these principles actually, and they have made a solution for all this. Give them food, prashadam. And nowadays फोन करके आना था, अभी कैसे आ गया आपने? कम से कम फोन करना था ना, खाने का टाइम पे आया, आप फोन करके आता था. Don't we have to offer food to Jivatmas. We have to offer water and all. So this way, Yamaloka is reached. Prabhupada writes that Yamaraj Constable meets many dogs also. So it seems a lot of dogs are there. I am very much afraid of two things. One is dog and the second one is electricity. So dogs, they ran behind me when I was small, very small. From that day, dog. Here I went to a Damodara Yatra. They called me for a Damodara Yatra in one of the He's working in Navy or somewhere. A big house, flat, and we also do extra now. So as soon as I entered, I asked Prabhu, where is the bathroom? I want to wash my feet. He said, this way you can go there. So I went to the bathroom, and I don't know which one is the bathroom there. I went, and his mother, old lady, was standing. She said, this is the bathroom, she showed. I opened the door, one black, big, I don't know what name, Alsatian or what, I don't know, very big dag. Huh? Doberman, huh? It put leg on my, and it put my face, bow, bow, like that. I was terribly shocked. I don't know what to do. I can't call Krishna. I can't call Ayyo. I can't. My life gone there only. I'm almost dead. Then immediately I thought, better I scream more than what it is screaming. I screamed, ah, like that. The dog became very fearful. It went and sat in a corner. So then I came out. Still my body was not prepared for about the class. I was still thinking, what it bites it, if it has bitten me. What I was so fearful. Some of them were there with me. Arvindaga Prabhu was there, and they were all there. Then afterwards, anyhow, we took the class and all. But I'm telling, so the dogs will be coming and try to bitten bitten by the dogs. He can remember the sinful activities at that time. तब हम लोग सोचना शुरू करते हैं. This is for materialist. Still, I am talking about materialist. So they will start thinking, oh, I should have not cheated him. I should have not lied with him. I should have not fought with him. After all, for what all these things? End of the day, end up here where I'm struggling. So much trouble is there for me. Why I did all this like this? Anyhow, that's how is there. And Prabhupada explains about a person who is too attached to the material things. Bhogaishwarya prashaktanam taya paharata chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadho na vidiyate. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. So the devotional service will not take place for the materialist people unless they see Yamadutas. They will not realize what this life is all about. Kamastair 720 Kamastair Hritagnana Prapadyantenya Devata Tam Tam Niyamam Asthaya Prakritya Niyata Swaya. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulation of worship according to their own nature. So the pure devotional service to the Lord is very great. Garuda Purana I was reading, in that it says, Krishna Krishneti Krishneti Krishneti. Whoever chants the Krishna 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 name, Nityashaha, Nityasha means always, they will not see Yamaloka. There is no chance for Yamadutas. In Vishnu Purana, fourth Parva, actually, Yama Gita is there. Like Bhagavad Gita, there is Hiranyakashipu Gita also in Bhagavatam. Similarly, there is Yama Gita, where Yama is explaining, he is a Mahajana actually, and Yama's, it's already 9 o'clock. I need to speak few more minutes. Is it okay? Sumudra Prabhu and Balwant Prabhu has to give the permission. Mukunda Murari Prabhu and all, आप ही president है बोल दिया तो मुश्किल है. Senior has to accept. Anyhow, few minutes more I'll take because I want to finish what required for today's class. So devotees, when like that, when they take to Yamaloka, it is 99,000 yojanas are there. 99,000 into 8 miles into kilometers. That may deep you have to go below the earth. So you will find Yamaloka. The Yama planet is there. It's a what you call, I don't know, in security protection they give to VIPs. What is that? Z. बलद प्रभु क्या बोलता है? Z+ बोलता है. इससे ज्यादा है यमलोक में आप गया तो, क्योंकि यमा इज, कोई भी जाके मार देते हैं ना उधर. Anybody can attack Yama there. Anybody can attack Chitragupta there. So it's very, very, his Yamaloka is 1,000 yojanas. It is means 8,000 miles like this, 8,000 miles like this. That is a square, perfect square. It has 4 dwaras. There are 4 entrances for that Yamaloka, which is having proper torana, door and all. It is there. And there is surrounding that Yamaloka, there is a big fort with water, so that nobody can enter easily. Unless permitted, they can enter, Yamadutas. Otherwise, nobody can enter there. And next to that is Chitragupta's place is there. Chitragupta's yojana is 25 yojanas. Means 25 into 8, how much? 200, no? So 200,000 kilometers like this, miles, 200,000 miles like this. Is a big, 200 by 200 miles. It's a big area. Now Chitragupta is sitting in the center of that his office, and there are 8 corners, Ashtadik, 8 corners. 8 corners, there are different cells, the jail, no? So one is with Kumbhipaka, where oil is there, they will be burning. So when this materialist people is taken there, उनको experience दिखाना है ना रास्ते में. They have to show what is happening there. So either, though they will see some people is beaten, how they are beaten and all. Still, this person is not getting the beating. It's only feeling they are giving. While going, he will see all this actually. Then Chitragupta is sitting and he is the one doing all the calculation. Uske paas super computer hai, having all the GB, TB, everything. And he will be calculating everyone's plus, minus, and everything he will be doing. And it's made of steel actually. Chitragupta's jail, the place where he's sitting, is made of steel. And that one is having hundreds of roads. Have you gone to? No need to ask. You all gone to airport. As soon as you go to airport, you put check-in bag, right? So you choose any one gate, or they will tell, 9 pe jao, 10 pe jao, right? Yeah. Similarly, Chitragupta's office having 100 plus thousands of entrances. Every entrance there is a Yamadutta standing. And as soon as you go, they will tell, go to gate number 9. So you have to go there and they will go inside. There is a computer calculation and they will say, okay, your calculation is done. आपको बोर्डिंग इधर है, गेट नंबर 15 में जाइए. तो you have to go. Then they will take to which one is selected. There they will take you for the punishment. But the beauty of devotional service, bhakti, especially Antarashtriya Krishna Pragnasams, ISKCON, where Srila Prabhupada has made the gates for us, is the e-gate. You just enter, you just show, I am devotional devotee of the Lord. Just they will allow you directly to the Vishnu Loka or Krishna Loka. No need of seeing even Yamaloka actually. Now, okay, then what is this movement is all about? This movement is all about the preaching, telling others about Krishna. But we hesitate, We have taken up this movement. We know the aim of the movement, but we are not ready to do the activities of the movement. Then slowly we give up and we become materialistic also after accepting devotional service. Then slowly what happens? We will also enter to Yamaloka actually, even though we are eligible for Krishna Loka, Vishnu Loka. So Prabhupada says 3 things very important for the devotees to practice and to go back. One is chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So even if you get a minute of time in your life, please chant the holy name of the Lord, because that can take you. Second is Prasadam Sevanam. So don't eat anything and everything. Please eat prasadam. Especially in our temple, both are readily available. Chanting of the holy name, the Lord is present, and also prasadam is abundantly provided. So the third one is chanting, then prasadam, then Vaishnava Seva. Vaishnava Seva is very important to go back to Godhead. That's also very important aspect. So if we do these three things with Krishna as supreme and serving Krishna, so our gates are different than these gates, And once one devotee asked Prabhupada, if Yamaloka is there, then we should have Vishnu Lokas on this earth, if we are experiencing, because in next shloka, 29th shloka, further shloka, it says that you experience Yamaloka or that Narakalokas here only in this earthly planet. So when it was said Prabhupada, he is told, Prabhupada, we should have Vishnu Lokas in all the major cities. Prabhupada said, why only major cities? You should have in each home Vishnu Loka actually. So Prabhupada said, every house should have temple. Everyone should serve Lord. And it is said that Garuda Purana says, whoever worships the Supreme Lord Vigraha Rupa and serves, and whoever worshipping Tulasi, whoever puts water to the Tulasi, whoever worships the Saligram Shila, whoever leaves the body in a home where Saligram is there, and a place where Tulsi Mata is there Yamadutas cannot enter, nor they will see Yamaloka. So it's very important for us to serve Mata Tulasi Mata. It's very important for us to serve the deities of the Lord. It's very important to serve the Vaishnavas, actually. End of the day, Vaishnavas can change the whole, our, whatever the destiny of ours, they can change. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Everything should be done with a lot of enthusiasm, and especially I request everyone in the temple, choose some services of yours, do with wholeheartedly that seva. That will definitely take us back to Godhead. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Question? I don't know time. Hare Krishna. Only one or two questions. Because 10 o'clock we have to start the program here. That means it has to get cleaned. तो आप ही कीजिए announcement. Hare Krishna. I know this will be materialistic question. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So that's why, see, the memory, when you speak, your memory has to work at the time of death. If it doesn't work at the time of death, then what is the use of so much memory we have? So question is very good question, that about the memory, how we get the memory. We are entangled with many things in this earthly planet, especially in this body. Because of that, our memory is dispersed, or it is spent in many things actually. Sometimes when a husband-wife fights, the wife or husband will say, You know, 20 years back, June 22nd, around 8:30 in the morning, you told me like this. From where the memory came? From where the memory came? Because every day thinking about that one, you know. Every day, almost now and then, whenever fight happens, you will be repeating the same. June 22nd, morning 8 a.m., 20 years back. So because you're repeating that, the memory is coming. The memory is stored. Similarly, when we do repetitive things, the memory is there. Morning 8 o'clock, you will call your wife, "Hey, mera nashta karne ka time hai." How it has come? Because previously we are remembering every day 8 o'clock I am eating. Every day I am doing that activity. So Krishna has the power to give the memory to the devotees. He will give only about this point, to going back to Godhead. So at the time of death, we need not have to remember things saying, I did this service, I did that service. Because automatically Krishna remembers what we have done at the time of death. We need not have to remember. Although it is said you have to chant the holy name of the Lord at the time of death, one actually Bhumata asks Varahaswami, you have put so many conditions in Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam. How about those who cannot remember you at the time of death? Then Lord says, I will remember them if they cannot, if they have done service to me. So Nityashaha, every day if we are chanting and if we are serving, no need of thinking about the remembrance. Most of the remembrance what we get is what we have done wrong things, you know, especially when at the time of death, just before the death also. There is a reason. uh, Actually, I have to take another class. I will stop here. So there are so many things to discuss on this point, because Garuda Purana explains all this very nicely. Next Friday also. Yeah, one more question. I said two questions, only one more. After those.
Definitely, your grace was mentioning about whatever the punishments are coming, this is not for devotee, this is for materialization only. But as a sadhaka from the, I feel this is very much applicable. Because I shouldn't be complacent when authorities are saying that this is not for us, because I'm still a sadhaka. Understood? So I should be fearful for all that has been mentioned in this one. My question from you, even after understanding that the conclusion of our 10 offenses, even after understanding so many instructions, but still we are doing Vaishnava Aparadha. So what is the destination of such soul? For example, with a disclaimer tag, this doesn't apply to anybody except for me. So I'm doing Vaishnava Aparadha and I quit my body. So what is my destination? Whatever the little Krishna conscious things I've done, no problem. But still, Vaishnava Aparadha is something very grave offense when compared to the mentalists, which they do unknowingly. So Vaishnava Aparadha, I know I should not hurt this devotee or that devotee, but still I feel pleasure in doing such aparadhas. So what will be my destination?
Yeah, that's why Vaishnavas are very merciful actually. You know why Vaishnavas are very merciful? Because a aparadha at the feet of the Vaishnava is not forgiven by even the Lord also. Lord cannot forgive, nor any Vaishnava, other Vaishnavas can forgive. Only that particular Vaishnava whom you have done the aparadha, you have to go and ask him the that is the only way. So what will happen is we will not get anybody. We'll be in the Preta Rupa only. Because body was given, everything was given, you did not utilize for the Vaishnava service. So mostly that's the reason we have to beg forgiveness. Like other day it was told also, Sumudra Prabhu was suggesting us Friday morning when we offer our obeisances, Svancha Kalpatarupyascha Krupa Sindhubhyayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So we should remember all those whom we have done offense at and we should beg forgiveness. Sometimes, since we are all in material world also, and we are working with all these vasanas, so what happens, we never forgive also. Even if they come and ask, please forgive me Prabhu, no, jao, मैं नहीं करेगा तुमको, तुमने इतना हर्ट किया मेरे को, तुमने ऐसा कर दिया, तुमने वैसा कर दिया. No, Bhagavata Vidhi, Vaishnava Vidhi is, if somebody says sorry, finished. You have to say yes, okay, accepted. And forgiveness is the greatest quality. Humbleness is okay, but forgiveness, I think, takes over humbleness also, because forgiveness is the one which can take us back to Godhead. Otherwise, if you don't forgive, even if you are very humble, if you don't forgive, then you cannot go back to Godhead actually. Because Lord, imagine how much is forgiving us every day, how much we are doing, still is giving opportunity, come back. Time is up, but I tell only one last thing about the devotees, which I heard from one Sri Vaishnava. There is no praman from Bhagavatam, but it's very good. He said one Alvar has told that one, and it's very interesting for us also. So when a Jivatma by chance goes to the Vaikuntha and the qualification he has achieved, nobody can stop him. He has gone now. But Lord has to accept, no? Lord has given the entry to there, but Lord has to accept for him to stay there permanently. Now the Lord, Paramapada they say, where Lord is sitting, Mahavishnu is sitting, Narayana. On his right side, Lakshmi is there. On his left side, the Bhudevi is there. And next to her is Neela Devi is there. So they are all the Patnis of the Narayana. And opposite, Guru is sitting. Okay. Now the Jivatma comes, bow down. And as soon as the bow down and gets up, Narayana sees the Jivatma. He knows he has done everything, he has come. Now he will not just accept like that. Because if he accepts, tomorrow the wife will say, "Kyun isko leke aaya idhar?" So he wants the acceptance by everyone in the Vaikuntha. So immediately what he does, he looks towards Lakshmi. Lakshmi तो ये तो मेरा बच्चा है, थोड़ा कुछ गलती इधर उधर पैसा कमाया, ये थोड़ा किया है, बट अच्छा बच्चा है, इज गुड. Narayana not satisfied. थोड़ा इधर उधर बोला ना, is not happy. Then he turns to Bhudevi. Then Bhudevi says, ये तो मेरा बच्चा है, मेरा, he was on the earthly planet with me, actually, he's born here. But इसका थोड़ा कुछ तो क्या होगा, मगर हमारा अच्छा बच्चा है, बहुत सेवा किया इधर लिए, आप अंदर लीजिए, please take him, like that. Lord is still not satisfied. He sees to the Neela Devi, that's sitting on next. Yeah, acha bacha hai, is good. Still Lord is not satisfied. Then he sees the Guru. Look at the Guru. Guru says, ये बच्चा गलती किया ही नहीं है. He has not done any mistake. You keep him here in the Vaikuntha. So that's why Guru is very, very important. If he recommends to Lord that he has not done any mistake, that's why at the time of initiation, whatever papa we had done, he has removed everything zero, and he said, take this jiva back. Then Lord becomes very happy, because a strong recommendation is required for anything to happen, whether it's goal to stay in Golok also. The Guru is the one who gives the strong recommendation. Here is the jiva who has not done any mistake. Then immediately Lord accepts and he hugs, and then he says, you please stay in Vaikuntha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. We thank all the devotees for attending today's session. Today we have a very special day. It is a parenting seminar. We have two sessions, one in the morning at 10 o'clock, 10 to 1 p.m. and afternoon 4 to 6:30 p.m. Coming Thursday is the fasting for Apara Ekadashi. It's a Ekadashi on Thursday. Today is the disappearance day of Ramananda Rai. Hare Krishna. Our temple congregation members, children seek blessings from all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis as they are appearing for the Sarla exams conducted by Sanskrit Bharati today. So Sarla 1 is 7 students and Sarla 4 is 3 students. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Today morning sponsors, today evening Bhoga sponsors are His Grace Venkateshwar Govindas Prabhuji, His Grace Aradhya Govinda Das Prabhuji, and His Grace Radha Rajan Gopinath Das Prabhuji. And today morning Bhoga sponsors are Bhaktin Shraddha and Bhaktin Shavya, daughter of His Grace Shashwat Chaitanya Das Prabhuji and Her Grace Tapaswini Vaishnu Priya Devi Dasi Mataji. They are seeking blessings from Vaishnavas and lordships. Hari Bol. So we also have a send off of Mataji. Hare